have
had the Squatches be there years and years.
right. I like the Squatches. I think they're okay. I just don't know why anybody would want to catch it. What are you going to do with it? Let it low, let it lay low in its environment, and leave the poor creature alone. It doesn't need humans. It eats, animals or trees or whatever the hell it is. But I do. I do believe in that Mothman. I do believe in Bigfoot. I do believe in the Bermuda Triangle. I do believe in all those things. Um, but it's hard when you're trying to tell somebody something that happened and they don't believe you. They look at you with these four eyes, Marcus, and like you're like insane, stupid, and crazy. And how do you just get with get to know those people? I can't even talk to people anymore. I hide in my bedroom. It's just disgusting. Yeah, that's how it was at Pittsburgh. I was hid in my room, and now I'm hiding in my room now. But California people are very, very nice. I have to. This is my choice to stay here, but yeah, I disagree with every single person that ever told me that about California people. Very good people, very kind, very helping. Mm-hmm. You would ask somebody to do something on the street for you in the Middle East, they wouldn't even, in the Middle East, in the Eastern Coast, they wouldn't even look at you. They wouldn't even want to be bothered.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about this monster.
I just trying to give back to my grandmother real quick, because if I asked her where does Bigfoot come from, maybe she would have told me about our family, because she grew up with you see, I hear the voices,
mm-hmm.
and they told me that my grandmother has Jewish blood in her, so I might be a quarter Jewish.
Well, you probably are.
Maybe it was God talking to me. I know 90% of the voices are always saying what they want to me. I believe maybe 82 at the lowest, 81.
Mm-hmm.
80 is too much.
Mm-hmm. I will tell you, I'm a firm believer in there is someone that made this universe. Someone. It is big, it's beautiful, it's wonderful. I call him God. You can call him another name or whatever.
Yeah.
But there is something or someone that built this universe, and it's gorgeous. We the people destroy it. We the people that destroy it. We have our own faults. But I didn't believe in aliens. I'm still having a hard time believing in that. But it seems like it matches up. It seems like credible people that I interviewed in Nevada. Credible. And they just, you can fool these doctors or psychologists or these administrative assistant type of secretaries. They're big bucks. And he said, 5 minutes, look over that way. And I looked over. Marcus said it was a plane landing in Nevada. Because you can see Nevada from California, And he said, that's going to take your daughter and her friend over to, that guy's house. And go down. Make a left to go down. He'll grab him right away. So, I don't know. I don't believe in those aliens, though. It's too hard for me to believe. I do believe there were other things like Atlantis.
Well, that's nice. I mean, maybe Atlantis. I would love to. I just don't know how far the story can go. I just don't know.
Yeah, when you see the cryptics, the Egyptian, the pictures,
mm-hmm.
They show those, pharaohs. That they're operating on a brain or on it's like a slab table, and they're operating on the head. Somebody had to teach someone something, start with something to teach our doctors and our surgeons. What do you think about it?
I think
think about it.
I think it's psychic type of stuff.
I think everything's psychic. I think in our busy world, A lot of people tune it off and they just don't have it. You have to tune everything out to become very, very psychic. I don't have a TV on. I don't have, I just live life, and I can just read people, and I just know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I don't know. I think everything's psychic. I believe in the Bible. I read the Bible, and when this heaven that we go to, which I almost made it there a couple of years ago, and I only turned around and came back for Anthony. That was the only person I did it for. Otherwise, it was beautiful. I would have stayed. Um, you don't feel that rush to come back to Earth when you go up in that tube. Oh, it just feels so good. So anyway, I just have a hard time, believing. I'm becoming a little bit open to it now, with all the things that are happening. But it's pharaohs. Where did the pharaohs learn it from? The early Egyptians. Where the Sphinx is.
Mm-hmm. It is, haven't they also? Oh wait, I just had to go back to this real quick, and I swear we can go back to the subject. You see, if I asked my grandmother if I found out about Bigfoot at a young age, she probably would have told me. Maybe my family has some run-ins with these things in Missouri, because we have family in Missouri. I wonder, and maybe if Bob Gimlin had, old Bob, tough boxer, cowboy Bob. I bet he can probably relate to us, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we are a polling place. We took some polls yesterday. I'm letting them tally up. I'm going to take some Q&A and polls right now. We're still a polling place, ladies and gentlemen, even though we changed the name of the podcast. It's only because everybody left me and I stood here alone, Markus, doing this podcast, so I call it the Lonely Hearts Club. But our Q&A, could be, I'm gonna do our poll is: do you believe in what's it called? Bigfoot?
Yes.
Yeti,
Sasquatch, Yeti, skunk ape, or rock ape. Devil ape is what they'll call some. It doesn't matter. I wonder what Oma stood for. I think it said hairy giant or the forest, something like that.
Who's Uma?
Uma is actually a Native American dialect word for what they refer to as the Sasquatches that lived among, the ones that lived among them. And I wonder if, thinking about my grandmother having problems with Bigfoot, maybe herself back in Missouri before coming out to California, makes me think, man, what about these damn Native Americans probably pissing off these Bigfoots? And I hate to say damn.
Taking their food, the buffalo.
Yeah, I hate to say damn because I'm part Native, but they probably got so feisty with these things. They're probably looking for just food, for all we know.
Oh, that's it. A mother always tries to protect her child. Here's probably the mother's looking for food. What I like about the Bigfoot program, is it still on the Bigfoot program? I don't know that. But anyway, what I liked about the Bigfoot program on Animal Planet is because they really hit subjects that need to be talked about, and that they're right on point. They're right on point. Every story they heard, in other words, every story they heard from these people that they interviewed from all over the country, they all had a different story. That's why I believe in Bigfoot. They all had a different story. Oh, it peeked, in my window. Then
you should see this photo from Colorado about Bigfoot's face in the guy's window.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it was Boulder, Colorado, or somewhere, maybe going more east. But I was just saying, these damn Native American guys, certain guys, or women, maybe they killed juvenile Sasquatches that were probably playing with their kids and wanting to have food. You never know. I mean, this guy told me on YouTube once, there were comments that, of course, is that the Yowies in Australia is what they called their Bigfoots, and they have tails. And they used to, he said that he didn't say he had it on good advice, but I think there's a good chance that he did. 60% chance, if you ask me. If not, between 56 and 59%. And, but yeah, he said that there was a couple Yowies that would train, I think, or multiple times, with the Australian military, soldiers. And I'm like, okay, they would train and do exercises together. Now I see how Yowies probably get their agility, that at that time. I don't know if they're still doing it, if they are good